as she gets older.
Tell me about what are the steps you're taking, and you're saying boundaries and things like that. With a 3-year-old is a little bit harder to do. So how do you navigate that? Like, what do you guys do?
So while we're filming, she has a nanny throughout the day. And that's like, we can come in and out, but there's someone there that's always looking out for her best interest. So while, even if she's on camera, I get worried that I will be in producer or director mode and then I won't be mom. And I think that like there needs to be so I always put someone there that is just for her, just in case. Cause sometimes I'm like directing something and all of a sudden, and all of a sudden she's not my daughter. And it's like, I need to, just to protect her and myself, like God forbid, I would want anything to happen. So we do that. And then we also she's 3, so she can't work very long. So she doesn't get to work. You know, a lot of creators like to collaborate and we don't let her be on other channels where they're like, you have to do this, or anyone that's like, do it again. You know, it's gotta be people that are just very like, just let her do her thing for 5 minutes and that's it. And you can't control it. You can't direct, you can't, you know? And so we're very strategic on how we film her. So she might look like she's in a big portion of a video, but she's shooting for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. You know, we just can't keep her on a set all day. So we shoot her separate. We've also found not having a bunch of people around is good. Like, it's just us and her, and she doesn't even understand like how big the production is.
That's amazing. Did she ever express to you, well, anything that she wasn't happy with, that you're like, okay, we need to change things up?
Absolutely. She's like very vocal. So she is very outgoing and she likes to be on camera sometimes.
Yeah.
And you don't know which one you're going to get. Like, she's 3. So if she's like, I'm done, she goes, no, I don't want to film. We can't. She'll cover her eyes and she's done. She's like, nope, no camera. And you're like, okay, done.
Zadie's done.
Yeah. And so sometimes it makes it very inconvenient for our team because they're like, but when she's done, we have to respect it, and she doesn't get to. We don't really push that.
I love how open you are about this, because we see, especially in the past couple of years, we've seen so many like YouTube families coming out with these like horror stories. And I think a lot of people have these ideas in their heads of how it looks like, because it's not a conventional way of living, right? Like, this is a profession that requires different kind of upbringing, different kind of like, you think about different things, and the kids are involved. It's a family channel. I think it's very beneficial for her. She's learning the ins and outs of this business. You know, she's also learning about herself and her power and expression. Like, I love all of that. And I think people just need to hear more of those from the perspective of parents that are doing it right, you know, and navigating it.
And I think for us, I had a whole career before she was even born. So the weight of my YouTube channel is not on her. If she's in a video or not, it will not affect the views or the performance.
But you gotta admit that there is, because that's what I found, where I was a little bit shocked. Like, there are people that starts to feel entitled to, you know, seeing the kids or being part of their, it's kind of interesting.
No, it is. I find it more with adults than kids. It's really funny.
Yes.
Even when we're in public meeting fans, kids are always very respectful to get a photo. And the parents, you know, if Zadie doesn't want to take a photo, she's not in the photo. And we have parents that will push to get her in. She needs to be in it. And I'm like, she's not going to be in it. She doesn't want to be. And so it's usually the parents that are pushing harder than the kids to like force her to take a picture. And we don't. And so, you know, we're very like, no, she's not. We're sorry. Like, we just don't give them that.
We don't entertain that.
We don't entertain it.
I want to talk about what you mentioned earlier of being in this producer kind of role, especially when you create videos in your house. You know, it's family videos. And you mentioned something earlier to me, how you were listening to this podcast about being a nurturer. Can